You guys can't make fun of me. Putting on makeup seems like a lot of work. By the way, I'm aware this video is like way over 5 minutes, but I have permission from at least Elizabeth. Flora's not answering her texts. But I have permission from Elizabeth to have it be over because it's kind of educational and it's awesome, and I tried editing more stuff out, but I've taken everything out I can, and now on to the video! I have taken over Laura's Fact of the Week, and I am changing it to Beatles Fact of the Week because I'm obsessed with the Beatles. My Beatles Fact of the Week is George Harrison, who was the lead guitarist of the Beatles, although if you guys don't know that, I don't know why I'm friends with you. Sorry. Joking. He met his wife, Patty, on the set. I just got a text. Oh my god, it's Edward. Woo. On the set of A Hard Day's Night, which was the Beatles' first movie, and in that movie, Patty played a schoolgirl who was obsessed with the Beatles. So, yay, fun facts. Now, I'm going to answer my text. So, in Fangirl-related news, I really liked Fangirl 2. I really liked Levi, I don't know how to pronounce the name. I really liked his room, and it's way at the top of his house, and you have to like climb up a bunch of stairs, and it really reminded me of Ron's room in Harry Potter, because in the Burrow he is at the top of like the huge teetering stack of things, so kind of in my head I was picturing the Burrow. I'm going to be going to camp until Friday the 16th, so oh my god, stop texting me! It was a cute text. Okay, I'm going to be going to camp, so I'm recording 3 videos within the next 2 days. So don't be like, you didn't change, because I did. Just like, it's the same day. So I didn't. Now that I'm done with all the business, I want to move on to interesting things. For this video, I'm going to start us off with talking about the universe. Because a couple of weeks ago, my family was having a discussion over dinner about how the universe is expanding, because that's the kind of thing we talk about at dinner. So when the Big Bang happened 13.7 billion years ago, the energy from that is still propelling all the mass of the universe outwards, and no more mass is appearing, but that original mass that was in the singularity that the Big Bang exploded, kind of, that original mass is being stretched out in every possible direction, and a lot of people think that the universe is expanding like you see like in your head a bubble expanding into blackness. That's not actually what's happening, because the universe is creating space and time as it goes. So it's not expanding into anything because there's nothing outside of it. There's not even like blackness or darkness. There's just nothing, which is really hard to wrap your head around. And it's also, since the universe is expanding just entirely and infinitely, that means there's no edge to it, which Hank Green realized a while ago and made a song, which is called No Edge. I'll put a link in the... But so the universe is expanding infinitely, and scientists think that someday when the mass of the universe is stretched just too thin, it will kind of collapse again into a big crunch. That's what they're calling it, the Big Crunch. But for now, the universe is expanding infinitely, and what my dad said when we were talking about that is if everything in the universe is moving away from everything in the universe, why aren't the atoms in us, why aren't the electrons moving away from the nucleus, why isn't everything within us expanding and expanding until we, explode? I didn't have an answer for him, but I went and did some research on Wikipedia, and I found an answer. Our galaxy isn't expanding, but it is moving away from other galaxies and everything else in the universe. So anything smaller than a galaxy cluster is bound together by a gravitational force that's just pulling it together. So our solar system isn't, we're not moving away from the sun. Our solar system isn't expanding, but our galaxy is moving away from other galaxies. We are tiny on the scale of the universe. So we are completely inconsequential. So the things and parts that make us up are not moving apart from each other because the universe is like, I really don't care about you. You are tiny and inconsequential. So only things galaxy cluster size or above are moving apart from each other, but everything is moving apart, which is absolutely fascinating. And whenever I try to think about, how the universe is just expanding into not even nothing, because when we think nothing, there's an image that forms in our head of nothing, if that makes sense, but it's not even moving into nothing, it's just creating everything as it goes. Space and time did not exist until the Big Bang happened. And I just find that incredible that, like, all of this everything could be expanding into something that isn't, I can't even say that it doesn't exist, because it doesn't exist to the level that I can't say it doesn't exist. Like, it's just absolute nothingness. And that we're expanding and creating everything while the universe expands is... Universe is weird. Oh, that's another song! Hank Green made that song too. That's also gonna be down there. Oh my god. I don't know how to deal with the universe. And I should say, I have not taken any physics. I'm just kind of interested in this. I've taken geoscience, if that helps, but I'm not an expert, so don't consider me an expert. I just think it's cool and mind-blowing. Because also, think about how much stuff is in the universe, and, like, all that stuff was in the singularity. And I don't know if you know how small the singularity was, but if you take an atom, which is already tiny, and you take a proton of an atom, like, I don't think atoms are, like, ridiculously tiny, like, hard to wrap your brain around tiny. And then you take a proton, which is a fraction, tiny fraction of that atom, and then you could fit, like, 1,000,000 singularities into that. The volume of 1,000,000 singularities into, like, one proton, if not more. I might be getting that number wrong, but, like, a ton of singularities into that one proton. And that singularity contained all the mass that is currently in the universe, like all the dark matter, all the dark energy, all the planets, all the stars, everything was in that singularity. Like, can you imagine how dense that was? That was some heavy, tiny space. Ah. The universe is weird. Elizabeth! Your question, in honor of my Beatles fact of the week, is, what is your favorite Beatles song? Because I know you're a fan, and I know it's a really hard question, but yeah. What's your favorite Beatles song? Please don't ask me to answer that. I can't do that. That's really hard. There's 204 of them. Yeah, but you have to answer it. And keep in mind, our universe is crazy.